Open up and sweat low. I'm shoving this down your throat. The biggest of the bigots. Wanna hear some Bible quotes? Nah, but that's what you expected. An aggressive, hateful message from a goody two-shoes hypocrite with a cross necklace, right? Honestly, I'm done with that Jesus hype. I believed it for a season, but now I'm peace and psych. My faith is firmer than ever. I'm ready to die for it. Even if you take my mic, I don't need a fly chorus. I'ma talk about hope, I'ma talk about change, I'ma talk about grace, cause I want to. This life is hard, I need some good news, don't you? I got the best news ever, but it's never tweeted or repeated on your newsfeed. Sin and death have been defeated. You don't take my meaning, then stick around for more. This music in the ears of every student in your town's the goal, and I'm grinding for that. Toss these just like frisbees, free 99, never made a dime. Dog, are you kidding me? I'm a dependent artist, but I'll never be sponsored. My payment is your heart change, your classroom is my concert. I live to get it in with the peeps in my community. We are the church, so I come to you and you don't come to me. If I got haters, I don't know them. Where my enemies? You talking greasy? I'm a man of peace, let's freeze the beat. So I'm Mr. Nice Guy, and you think it's weakness, but I got a strong side, and I'm feeling beastly. My war is not with flesh and blood. This is not a question of hotness versus doctrine. It's about speaking the truth with love. I'm only offensive, I'm with you, not against you. Got opposition, I'm not them, and I promise that's my intention to you so-called Christian vipers. I'm what you pretend to be. Know that I got love for you too, but take this offensively. Let's go. So I'm made in the image of my maker, the one who calls himself I am. And yet so many times, man, I'm still unsure who I am. If y'all know me, homies, only cause we haven't met. I'm an open book, get up in my business. 200-5029, hit me with a text. I'm living transparent, put that to the test. No C-Lab, no secrets, but believe me, I got regrets. Trying to sound like industry vets when I was just getting my feet wet. But the best advice I heard was spit it how you live it. They're craving what's authentic, but instead just getting gimmicks. I'm no gangster, I'm no thug. I ain't got a record with the police or a label. Guess that's negative street credit. So they're asking about my accent, questioning my passion. Cause I was raised in Kansas, I ain't even had no black friends. Just shy and quiet Brian, but I've been changed without a facelift. Yet I'm looking in the mirror in disbelief for what this grace did. A rapper who's a preacher, who's a public school teacher. I don't understand it either, I just know it's G. Who am I am, who am I am, who am I? I don't even understand who I am. Who am I am, who am I am, who I am is defined in the eyes of I am. Who am I am, who am I am, who am I? I don't even understand who I am. Who am I am, who am I am, who I am is defined in the eyes of I am. This the part where you thought I'd brag about how I'm different. Give props to God, drop his name a lot, and yap about religion. Whoops, I just offended some intensely sensitive Christians who thought this music was intended for them when it isn't. Listen, I am not the man who I used to be, but I'm still becoming who I am, so every day is new to me. Truthfully, usually I struggle with who I choose to be. Insecurity, split identities, it's lunacy. Foolishly, I find myself still chasing your approval. Tell me that you love me, your rejection is my funeral. Feeling lame when you don't dig my tracks, but I act like it's cool though. But this ain't really living, if it is then it's a cruel joke. Unless I understand that who I am is something greater. My value ain't determined by opinions or my paper. I'm defined as the divine creation of my maker, and what he gave to get me, so that means I'm worth a savior. Who am I? I am. Who am I? I am. Who am I? I don't even understand who I am. Who am I? I am. Who am I? I am. Who I am is defined in the eyes of I am. Who am I? I am. Who am I? I am. Who am I? If I don't even understand who I am. Who am I? I am. Who am I? I am. Who I am is defined in the eyes of I am. Lift your hands up, I'm throwing my hands up, cause words can't express what I'm trying to in these stanzas. I'm so tired of knowing what I'm supposed to be, but uncertain there's even any growth in me. And I know that you feel me, cause I can see you killing you softly. It's easy to see what we're concealing. This the let go, pop the bottle, top explosion from the pressure, holding back floodgate. Now I'ma flip the lever, good for them. I'm glad that they got it all together, but some of us ain't perfect, we're just trying to be better. So I'm faking many times when I'm singing them lines and them hymns about joy, when honestly I feel like crying. Look, I ain't mad at you, but some Sundays I just wanna smack a worship pastor. This feeling in my heart must be the furthest thing from worshiping. In spite of all my efforts, it only seems the worst.
I've been trying hard to change my heart, but I'm still falling apart. And all I've gained all these tired of trying to hide the truth. Tell me, what am I to do? I'm done pretending with
Catch me at the service, paying some lip service, like maybe if I sing about grace enough I deserve it. Curse this, church is a masquerade. I show up and try to cover up my nasty ways. Some actors say do more, you have to pray. I'm thinking if I do, then I'll be where they're at someday. A master fake plastered with accolades, cause I conform to the antics of this fad charade. I'm certain they can't bear the burden that my mind is carrying, cause they can't feel the guilt and shame my weary heart is buried in. If today I depart, lay down on the cemetery, man, my destination may be heaven, but if so, I'm barely in. Hoping I can measure up, trying to be better, but falling short and fearing it's never enough. Where's my beautiful resolution? I'm still working through this and feeling like I could lose it.
I've been trying hard to change my heart, but I'm still falling apart. Whoa. And all I've gained all these tired of trying to hide the truth. Tell me, what am I to do? I'm done pretending with you. This is Either to the Beat.
Oh, my soul, downcast within me, disturbed and oppressed. Under pressure I'm bending on my rock. Why have you forgotten the days that I praised you, now that I'm rock bottom? Different day, still the same struggle. The harder that I try, the more I find that I'm troubled. My rebuttals fall on deaf ears, my hope is only subtle. The passion that I once knew has passed, now it's muzzled. Falling on my knees, but not to worship, it's in weariness of nothing left to do but to admit my need is serious. Incessant efforts never measured up to love that's furious. Again I must surrender everything, including tears and fists. Earning something undeserved, it is impossible, and still I'm finding that I'm slow to learn this love is mine. Drop the pen to receive it, open hands is the only effort that was ever needed.
I've been trying hard to change my heart, but I couldn't on my own. No, there is only one. So tired of trying to hide the truth. Truth is you already knew. Oh, so I surrender to you.
this music nonsense, cause I'm on this, and they're like, so? But more often than not, I am first among my critics. Worst of my enemies, full of doubt, lacking confidence. I spin my favorite musicians listening for inspiration. Then I end up tripping and remember why they're so amazing. I'm so amateur, recorded in the basement of a home that I don't own, make just enough to pay rent. Something's telling me that it's not worth it. My music is a joke with folk both in and out the church. I should straight up give it up, it simply is not working. It's senseless without dividends, of this I am for certain. That's so whack, and I know that I ain't the best, but I'm gifted. Yet many times I buy the lies that whispered and I listen. So when I slip and I'm about to drift, I'm lifted into persistence. A witness to what's written, I'm equipped and I ain't quitting ever.
I've been told I ain't gon' make it through. I've been told I ain't as good as you, but I know better. I know better. I've been told I ain't never gon' shine, and I've been told that I ain't worth the time, but I know better. I know better.
I know better than that, and still I doubt though. And no one's clicking that like button, and it counts low on my downloads. No labels calling, fans applauding, studios or downtown shows. I'm losing hope, and the way I cope is strangers saying my sound's dope. Fishing for recognition's becoming my sickness. Radio play, and you know my name at the tip top of my wish list. Won't sell my soul and blow, but the most embarrassing admission, if you don't like me, I don't either, and that's so twisted. That's insecurity, like an open doorway. Identity stolen when you ignore me. Less like an artist, more like a whore slave, forced to give myself away, but that ain't what my Lord said. His statement is, I'm made for this. He gave me love and power. I'm saved for this, so I savor this. If they hate me, I won't cower. Surrender commission with deputy, flip this instant. I've been flowing like liquid. Instantly different, no doubt that I didn't. No limits, forget him, let's get this.
I've been told I ain't gon' make it through. I've been told I ain't as good as you, but I know better. I know better. I've been told I ain't never gon' shine, and I've been told that I ain't worth the time, but I know better. I've been told I ain't gon' make it through. I've been told I ain't as good as you, but I know better. I know better. I've been told I ain't never gon' shine, and I've been told that I ain't worth the time, but I know better. I know better.
I'm calm, I'm cool, everything brand new.
He's a street king, ruler of some asphalt. There is one who's greater. This is holy smack talk. My connection with him's wireless like a laptop. This is hip hop, but I'm a rocket blast off. Pardon if it sound like I'm tripping on bravado. Actually, the truth is that I'm nothing. Hollow, but feel to overflow in spirit potent, and I swallow. That liquor cup look shallow. Get a sip of this, then follow. Y'all know I'm as gangster as an honor roll student. Geeked up, no street tough. Don't believe me? Check my yearbook. I rap, but I'm no rapper. Ask my wife or local school kids. The reason that I do this is Jesus in the music. As soon as I say it, you skip on me. Genre boxing, you stiff on me. Christian rap on Sunday morning only, cause it's more than a bit corny. I can't care less, bad acceptance. I ain't talking reckless, I'm going hard. So when you hear the message, at least you'll respect it. Yo, believe me when I say that I ain't getting at anybody in particular on this, but I know how the culture speaks, so I'ma come with it. Let loose. Got a backpack full of tracks, jacking up, pounding like hashtags. I'm slinging this truth, no fat sack for suburbaners to them crack traps. No tough fact, just facts in the rap. Relax, I can see you strapped, yeah. So I ease back, beef keep that with them green stacks. My king is rap, that's why Jesus Christ is running it. I said it, my heart was full of venom, then he cleansed me, I'm unleaded. He'll do the same for you, if only you'll let him. But you don't want it with the Lord, boy, I promise you'll regret it. His love is my message, tell these blunted boys to pipe down. They just blow his smoke, but a man is on the mic now. now. I'm raising babies, y'all trading ladies. I leave my family out chasing Grammys. I sacrifice your flash cash and ice. You kick a verse, say the same thing twice. So unoriginal is pitiful. Really, bro, it seems you learn to spit by watching YouTube videos. For really, I'ma straight up lose my mind if I hear one more rapper on the mic with lines about a woman on her knees, or how you stacking cheese, or passing STDs, or the best they'll ever be. No apologies if I just stole your content. If there is a greatest ever, I promise you're not it. Honest, I'm not even in my own top 5. You won't forget me when I'm dead, cause I was unknown while alive. The same is true for you too. Think not you're in a dream state. Reality is, you're afraid to be awake, but I love you. 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 I don't know what you heard, bro. Surrounded by clouds, no herb smoke. Got nerd jokes, we've heard those. Me and my folk go wordo. Excuse me, weirdo. Jesus freaks, alien. We admit it though, a different been acquitted of our sinning, cause he flipped our meaning like antonyms. This ain't no click track, so let the band know. Anyone can get this. There's an open dance flow. This grace that we've tasted is amazing, and it's yours too. It changes, seems strange, but God wants to reborn you. They looking at me strange, like I'm a weirdo. Maybe I should explain, I'm just a weirdo. Guarantee it's not a phase, always a weirdo. This is me and I won't change. Unashamed weirdo, made new by say who? Jesus of Jerusalem. I can't help it, man. Rep the king like I'm made to. If it's all a bit strange to you, promise you we no dangerous dudes. Hang with us cause our chains are cut and you just might be changed up too. Weirdo but no showboat, down to earth like on low pros. Cause our king was, if I seem tough, it's only cause I've been shown hope. Once again, that's no glow. I ain't do this on my own, so won't be looking like a ninja to pretending that he did it when he did it. Rubbing this in yo nose. Come on, bro, this no code, but I sip some Kool-Aid, 4 cups of sugar and still ain't sweet. It's the good news of him who saves. I ain't saying this just to weird you out, trying to make it clear what my God's about. Love of his life, not just word of mouth. Took a beating for my cleaning, I was dirty. Raised up, I can't deny it. If that turn heads, this is started right. He's 3 in 1, a trinity. Virgin born, spirit conceives, pierced for our iniquities, resurrected lives in me. Don't trip if it don't make sense. I can't even explain this, so call it weird or call it lame, but he's ruling creation. They looking at me strange, like I'm a weirdo. Maybe I should explain, I'm just a weirdo. Guarantee it's not a phase, always a weirdo. This is me and I won't change. Unashamed weirdo, made new by say who? Jesus of Jerusalem. I can't help it, man. Rep the king like I'm made to. If it's all a bit strange to you, promise you we no dangerous dudes. Hang with us cause our chains are cut and you just might be changed up too. It's weird about yo. I can't front, I like me a good chick flick. I'll be the first to cry too. But the fairy tale ain't all real. Real love don't come easy. It's an investment. I love you, Jenny, and I know that you love me. Monogamy ain't a dirty word, just you and me. Forget what you heard. She want a Disney movie, fairy tale music, where love just happened to you. You don't choose it. Head over heels, all thanks to Cupid. Truth is, Hollywood scripts the blueprint. Prince Charming, no farting or arguing. To death do a part until it's too hard to then. She bounce on the rebound, let's be honest, man. Predictable end, heart scarred again. He like, I'm just having fun till I find my soulmate. Do it every week and put the thing on rotate. I can play the field, the game's only update. It's no thing, we don't have to know names. No commitment, no strings attached. If it feels good, do it all with no catch. Most learn the hard way, that's no fact. When you give yourself away, you don't get it back. Novels to sitcoms, music to movies. Love's just a feeling that happens casually. But you and me, we're exclusive, exclusive. You and you only, even when it's hard. It's never quitting, sticking with it even through the nonsense. Exclusive. They can't even imitate a love like this. We were fighting like cats and dogs when I wrote this, and I was saying stupid stuff that provoked it. Disrespect me, I'm left assaulted. We fight in circles, girl, haven't you noticed? We're messed up, thank God for his example. Forgiveness for the sickness is the only answer. We felt like running, he's who we ran to. He gave the love that we need to stand firm. We're exclusive, and time will prove this. From X's and O's to X's, that's fruitless. I'm no expert, excuse my rudeness if I sound like I know it all when I'm clueless. I played the games, chased fame pursuits, and found there was more than what the camera's shooting. Love's so real, what we feel can't be written. What they mimic on the real we live is non-fiction. Novels to sitcoms, music to movies. Love's just a feeling that happens casually. But you and me, we're exclusive. You and you only, even when it's hard. It's never quitting, sticking with it even through the nonsense. Exclusive. They can't even imitate a love like this. Dedicate this to all them exclusive couples out there who say, you and you only, none other. Just you and me, just you and me. Much respect to anybody out there going 20, 30, 40, 50 years strong. Put the ring on it. Beautiful. Yo, I'm a musician, too arrogant to listen, too eager to share my 2 cents without permission. Charge you admission to hear the words I'm spitting, and then because I'm Christian, I front like it's wisdom. It's offensive when a man's never speechless. Lay your broken heart bare, he smothers it with speeches. Believes the words he preaches a treatment for weakness. You just needed love, but to speak this was needless. So heed this, a boy red with rage, drips tears on the inside, been dead for days. Look at him wrong way, he might break your face. Age 8 did the splits when parents separate. At stake is so much more than his hate. He may embrace the lie, losing his faith. Losing his faith, Pat forgets his birth date. I'm desperate to relate, but what can I say? Before my mouth is opened up, you've heard too much, more than enough. My mouth is shut, it's time to hush. I'm finally starting to understand that running my mouth ain't always the answer. But can I share another story with you real quick? Case in point, Picture this, a photo sits on an office desk. Impressed, you guess this young man's been blessed. Dressed for success with a tie around his neck. His smile suggests the essence of happiness. No regrets from a childhood filled with joy. By everyone's testament, he was the real McCoy. A step above the rest, he was a poster boy, willing to do the hard things most folks avoid. But beyond his academic accolades and achievements, this boy grew up in the church, praising Jesus. Mission trip, scriptureless, the kid lived it and believed that two loving parents gave him everything he ever needed. In spite of all this, he stumbled when he left his home and carried on like a wayward son, not yet grown. Even if I could say them, words wouldn't change this. I'll just keep my mouth shut, somebody else explain this. Before my mouth is opened up, you've heard too much, more than enough. My mouth is shut, it's time to hush. I've done it again and said way too much. But can I share one last story with you? Just one more and I'm out. Little one can't tell me what this verse is worth. She can't speak, been just a few weeks since her birth, and she's struggling. Her parents weep with grief and hurt. Beautiful life, so brief, was called to leave this earth. And somehow, the sympathy cards and house visits, eulogies and sweet memories still don't fix it. You can look them in the eyes and see a wound so deep. Our words form a weak bandage, so the wound still bleeds. Now there's nothing left to say and all is said and done. Searching for an explanation and demanding one. Waiting with impatience for the day the answers come. Only found in the grace of an abandoned son, who speaks in a still small voice. I know you're burdened, I'm eager to trade you my peace for all you're hurting. Release your pain to me, I'll do what words never could. I carried all of it when I put my back on wood. When I put my back on wood. When I put my back on wood. I carried all of it when I put my back on wood. When I put my back on wood. I make statements with ink like a tattoo artist to pierce thin skin in the hearts of the hardest. But ink fades, one day I'll be departed. Nothing speaks quite like the blood of martyrs. Bullhorn bigotry's the new perception. Finger pointing, call them out, always protesting. Known for our abstinence and not actions. Intolerant conservatives backwards with passion. Fox News don't speak for me, I'm unaffiliated. God spoke for himself and was humiliated. Aimless debates, talking heads making silly statements misrepresent my God, and I feel real hatred. And he says, forgive them in the ignorance, my people will be known for this. Forget religious sentiments. Truth is, we'll be known for our love, and the fruit that we bear will bear witness for us. Raise up the banner, feet planters stand firm, hands together. We are a lantern, curse us and we will love, so we'll be known. Mock us and we will love, we'll be known for this. Walk in the shadows, fear not the gallows. Known for our love, even in the midst of battle. Hate us and we will love, so we'll be known. Murder us and we will love, we'll be known for this. They cool with Jesus but can't stand Christians, cause we're so unlike what Christ intended. He preached repentance, didn't condemn men. We speak with vengeance and condescension. The truth is still fruitless when spoken without love, clinging like symbols understood by no one. The world's been condemned already, let us show hope. Why push judgment and shove it down close? Still it's useless trying to improve our image when it's been promised that we'll be resented. No servant is greater than his master, which means we'll be persecuted cause they murdered our king. Why fight for rights when he laid down his life? A sheep before the shearers, we will be silent. For the war that we wage is not with people, we war with spiritual forces of evil. Raise up the banner, feet planters stand firm, hands together. We are a lantern, curse us and we will love, so we'll be known. Mock us and we will love, we'll be known for this. Walk in the shadows, fear even in the midst of battle. Hate us and we will love, so we'll be known. Murder us and we will love, we'll be known for this. Persecution's at our doorstep, till they kick it in with law enforcement. We lay down our swords for choruses, they can never stop our worship. I said persecution's at our doorstep, till they kick it in with law enforcement. We lay down our swords for choruses, they can never stop our worship. Had to spit this before they censor me, but even when they do, they are not our enemy. Love is a weapon, we'll fight to set them free. No surrendering, yet on bended knee, yet unbending with the truth, no compromise. Combat with compassion, complex and common lies. Servants of a God who loves without measurement. Will be forgotten, but our love will be the testament. Raise up the banner, feet planters stand firm, hands together. We are a lantern, curse us and we will love, so we'll be known. Mock us and we will love, we'll be known for this. Walk in the shadows, fear not the gallows. Known for our love, even in the midst of battle. Hate us and we will love, so we'll be known. Murder us and we will love, we'll be known for this. Offense is never the intention, and yet you will be. I was once offended too, till the truth healed the same wounds it created. Fear tells me to tread lightly, like I'm walking on eggshells. Appease the people, eat my beliefs if they don't increase record sales. Oh well, I'm speaking this freely, no charge, but it's priceless. Nah, that's ignorant, bigoted if I go hard when I write this. How can I tell strangers that they're dying and don't even know it? Nothing sounds more arrogant than telling them that they are broken. Insensitive, inconsiderate, intolerant, and offensive. But what does it make me if I believe this and leave it unmentioned? I'm Mr. Religious, a cultural critic who just wants to look down my nose at your sinning. But a hypocrite just as sick pretending. Act like you need what I have when I didn't. Let me be clear, I'm better than no one. I receive forgiveness needed cause my life was broken. Pushy Christians in your business aren't what's needed, I get this. But no joke, I got your antidote with no offense intended. No offense to you, but it's offensive truth. No offense to you, but it's offensive truth. No offense to you, but it's offensive truth. What can I do when it's true? I only hope's offensive truth. No offense to you, but it's offensive truth. No offense to you, but it's offensive truth. No offense to you, but it's offensive truth. What can I do when it's true? I only hope's offensive truth. Everybody's in need, but it's hard to admit that we need forgiveness, need love, need a road that can get back to what we left behind us when we chose to walk our own path. Forget that, I ain't with that. I prayed and I ain't get that. I'm stepping on toes, walking tight ropes, trying to speak words that'll give your life hope. Some folk wanna choke life from my throat, even when I tell them my life is like yours. My need for God's the same as everyone's. Just want you to know now, I ain't pointing you where I won't go, so allow me to show how. I was separated from goodness and distant from Jesus. My sin offended him, and broke my life to pieces. Hellbound cause I walked away from his leading, but he traded his life for mine and my weakness. So there's an invitation of forgiveness, accept it or reject it. If you won't receive it, no love lost, I respect it. But it's worth the risk of offending you. If you step from darkness to light, the truth wounds and then heals you. That's beautiful, it's that new life. No offense to you, but it's offensive truth. No offense to you, but it's offensive truth. No offense to you, but it's offensive truth. What can I do when it's true? I only hope's offensive truth. No offense to you, but it's offensive truth. No offense to you, but it's offensive truth. No offense to you, but it's offensive truth. What can I do when it's true? I only hope's offensive truth. It's offensive to the senses, I know. But whatever your impressions, much respect for lending your eardrums. Much love, whatever your position.